What's up, guys? I just got to my campsite for the night. Sorry, TP malfunction. It's just gonna keep happening. So just got to my campsite for the night. I wanted to give y'all a quick car camping gear breakdown while I'm up here. I got my sleep system set up already. I'll run through that last. This here is my camping box. I keep this in my car pretty much all the time. I like to have some equipment just in case of an emergency, or you know, if I last minute decide to come up here to the mountains. So all right, starting up top, there is nothing in this container compartment. That is, this is my fire compartment. I've got two full fire starters, one 15% fire starter, two big lighters. Moving on, keep one freeze-dried meal just in case, a deck of cards just for, you know, if I get bored. All right. A hatchet. This is just a somewhat inexpensive hatchet. I don't even remember where I got it, so it's okay. It works. It's something to split wood if I need to. All right, some tongs, pretty dirty tongs. These things are clutch when it comes to picking, you know, pots or pans up out of the fire when you've had them on the fire for a while. My Baco saw, you guys have seen this. I love this thing. It goes pretty much everywhere with me. I actually, last time I was up here, I had to clear the road with this saw. There was a downed tree. It wasn't very big, probably only 6 inches in diameter, but this thing worked. All right, Sawyer filter bottle with filter built in. This thing's never been used. I love these Sawyer filters. I've used countless of them, but this specific water bottle and filter is brand new. So it's got 100,000 gallons or fill-ups. All right, big butane container, just Coleman, cheap stuff at Walmart. But I like the big one for my car camping kit, so I don't have to worry about running out as much. Same line of cooking. I've got my MSR stove. This is a pretty old pocket rocket. I think it's one of the first pocket rockets, somewhere around there, but it still works. These stoves are awesome. I grew up using them and decided to get one for myself when I could. Facebook Marketplace, fine. You can find some really good stuff on Marketplace, especially camping gear. I got an older gentleman that no longer went backpacking or camping. He sold me a nice bag, and that stove, a knife, a tent, a sleeping bag, a whole bunch of stuff for like 70 bucks. So you can find some good deals on there if you hunt long enough. We got a shovel, just a basic military surplus. I've had it for a long time. I like it. It's got a pick on the back of it, so it's kind of dual use. Some tin foil, 2 candles. These things come in clutch sometimes. I was up here when it was raining real hard not too long ago, and we couldn't get a fire started. Everything was just soaked. We didn't have any wood, so we used those just to have something to, you know, look at and have a little bit of light for the night. It was nice. Moving on, I've got 3 spoons. I always forget a spoon, so I just decided to throw 3 in the camping box. One of them is a titanium long spoon for backpacking meals. That's actually what I'm going to be having for dinner tonight, so comes in perfect. All right, a mini torch. This thing's pretty cool. It was like $7 at Walmart. It's just turn the gas up. It's a butane torch. I've got some fuel in there as well. You probably can't see it too well, but it's gone. It's got a lockout feature, and you can obviously turn the gas off, so you can't negligent discharge. Here's the fuel for that torch. body warmer, hand warmer pack. These things, I don't use them too often, but every now and then it's really nice, like early in the morning when you wake up and you're freezing. So I've got one in there just in case. Some 550 cord. I need to organize this thing. It's, as you can see, a damn bird's nest, so, but that's a problem for another time. I don't know how long it is, probably 150 feet maybe. All right, and down to the last two things. I've got my headlamp. It runs off a proprietary battery or AAA's. I got this thing at Lowe's. It's Husky brand. It's like 20 bucks. It's okay. I don't love it, but it's super bright when it needs to be, and using AAA's, it runs for quite a long time. Using the proprietary battery, it dies pretty quick. I'd recommend using AAA's if you get this headlamp. I'm gonna try and put links to everything that I can find that I post on this video. All right, moving on. I've got just an old military surplus canteen cup, just a metal cup to boil water in, just in case. That's really all I need for cooking. My rifle of the trip is gonna be the one y'all saw in my last video, the 13.7 Sons of Liberty Gunworks with the primary arms 1-8 PLXC, the Trijicon RCR on top, 30 round B-Mag. This is my baby. I did bring the 22 conversion this time as well. I don't know if we'll shoot. It's not the best spot for it, to be honest with you. But that's my rifle this trip. All right. Thanks, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Any pointers for a guy just starting on YouTube, let me know. Like I said, I'm going to try and put links for everything that I post and gear breakdown videos in the description. So, one thing I forgot that's not in my box but I keep in my car at all times is a power brick. This thing is pretty cool. I got it for free at a work event a while back. It's a Halo power bank. It's got built-in air compressor for my tires. Got two built-in USBs for charging devices, and it shows you the battery percentage. I really like to have power at all times. I mean, all of our devices, the GoPro, my phone, you know, God forbid my car doesn't start, I could use this. I like to have power at all times just because, I mean, everything we use runs on power, so it's smart, I think. When I'm backpacking, y'all might have saw it in the last video, I have a little Anchor power bank just with a USB-C and a USB-A connection. So that works pretty good when I'm backpacking, but this thing stays in the car at all times. It's got a handful of accessories, the nozzle to fit on your tires. Instruction book, it's the Halo Air Bolt. That's the device name. Jumper cables, as I was saying, just plugs in. This blue, just right. Pull that trap door. Then just like that, just moving on. I believe these are some nozzles for the air compressor. I don't use this stuff too often. Yep, sure are. Nozzles for the air compressor. There's a handful of them. Spray nozzles, needle nozzles. All right, and lastly, micro USB charger. I guess it just came with it. This thing charges with a proprietary circle charger. It's in my center console, so I must have just thrown that in there. But yeah, I'd recommend getting some sort of battery power, something that has jumper cables and can at least somewhat jump start your car. And then it's always good to be able to charge your phone just in case. So thanks, guys. This is how this thing packs up. Candles, cards, fire starters, lighters. Sweet bottle. Thing fits nice. And paracord, I'm gonna wrap it up and store it neatly since I'm out here. My sleep system real quick. For car camping, I usually just like to make the back of my car a bed. It's the easiest thing that I can do, honestly. And it's free. I don't have to buy a rooftop tent yet, even though I want one. All right. So, depending on how cold it gets, I might not use this Woobie blanket. But the first layer I've got showing is Dutch Surplus Woobie blanket. I love this Dutch DPM pattern camo. It's almost perfect for the area I'm in. Next layer is a orange down blanket. This is a old REI 25-degree sleeping bag. Nothing special, but it works. It's a little small for me. I've kind of outgrew it, so I'm looking at getting something a little bigger eventually. Next layer, and I have the sleeping bag turned upside down, so I'll basically just use it as a blanket. That way it's not really restricting me later. Next layer is just a wool blanket. Moving on, I've got an old job gave me this like picnic blanket. It's soft on one side and then semi-water resistant on the other. Under that, I've got two sleeping mats on, or one sleeping mat on both sides. So that's it. Pretty simple, easy to set up, easy to take down, and I don't have to mess with a tent or anything like that. So I enjoy just sleeping like this when I'm car camping. All right, that's all I got. I realized I forgot my pillows, so my neck will be hurting in the morning a little bit, but that's okay. Nothing we won't live through. All right, thanks guys. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Yo, one more thing. I got my two camp chairs. I actually found these suckers. We hiked down to the bottom of a gorge, and it was a pretty tough hike. Somebody brought them down, and I guess they didn't want to bring them back up, so we carried them out, and I've been using them ever since. I like them. They're just Coleman or Walmart Ozark Trail brand. Good enough for free chairs. Moving on, I got my Igloo 70 quart Trailmate, I think is the name. This thing's cool. It's a huge cooler, but it has big wheels, so it's pretty versatile. I hate having to carry coolers that are 70 quart, so they're just too heavy. It's pretty nice, rugged. It holds ice for, I want to say like seven days, at least a week. And I mean, as cold as it's going to get tonight, it'll hold it for longer. So kind of give a rundown of this thing real quick. It's got this grab handle that pulls out. It's got like a place to store some stuff. I got some Texas Pete extra hot, a couple koozies, some salt and pepper, and then some beef tallow. My cooler, this is a little microfiber towel. This thing's cool. It's convenient. Then you open it up. It's got 4 cup holders on it. Then you open it up, and it's got a storage compartment for some food or stuff you need to keep dry. Also got, if you look there, it's got a little table that you can pull out. This table just sits on the rails like that, and it's pretty sturdy. I mean, it's not going to fall off. It moves around a little bit. It's got a little dry compartment with rubber seals, so this is completely waterproof. If it was pouring rain, I could put my phone in there or other electronics. It's got a bottle opener on both sides, and I've kind of stickered it out a little bit. It's not really too many places to put a sticker on this thing, but I found a few. All right guys,